How's it going? Marty Schwartz here. Going to teach you a real easy progression. It's great for beginners. When I say beginner, I mean, you've been working a little bit, if we pretend that the fourth fret is 0, then I'm going to put my middle finger on the third of the low E, index finger on the second of the A, and then pinky on the third of the high E, ring finger on the third of the B. And you get the G major chord. So that's the first chord. The next chord, I'm going to go to a D chord. So ring finger on the third fret of the B string, middle finger on the second fret of the high E, index finger on the second fret of the G. But if you can do this, this is really what's going on. The thumb is wrapped around the second fret of the low E string. So the first chord is G. Second chord is D with the thumb wrapped around the second fret. So that's called D/F sharp. Then we're going to play an E minor 7 is what it's called. And basically, what we can do is keep the ring and pinky down where they were for the G chord, but then have our index finger on the second fret of the A string and middle finger on the second fret of the D string, and you have this full, luscious sounding E minor 7 chord. And then the last chord is called a C add 9. So the pinky and the ring finger are going to stay in the same spot. Middle finger goes to the third fret of the A string right here. Index finger goes to the second fret of the D string, and now this is called a C add 9. So here are the chords. G, D over F sharp, E minor 7, C add 9. And by the way, the E minor 7, for instance, if it's too hard right now to keep your ring and pinky down, you just play a regular E minor. It's still going to work for singing or anything. It's going to serve the same purpose. Alright. Alright, so why don't you try and play along with me, and what I recommend you doing if the rhythm's still hard for you, one down strum for each chord change. But otherwise, play right along. We'll jam it out. Here we go. 1, 2, here we go. One more time. There's a bridge in this song, but there's a really good kind of songwriting technique that I'll point out, and that's taking the chords that you're already using and mixing them up into a new progression. So what he does is he takes that E minor 7 voicing, and he goes 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to go do that C add 9. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 to a D chord. Not too hard, but a totally different thing now. Just like that. Now you have a whole new part with the same chords, everything's the same, and that's it.